Hold it, George.
Hold it, Mary.
Have shaky hands.
Who has the greatest influence on my life? I would have to say my grandfather. He's a Vietnam veteran and was awarded with a Purple Heart. He jumped out of a plane and landed on a landmine, which resulted in the loss of all of his toes on his right foot. Today, I'll be dedicating my speech to my grandfather, who has always been an inspiration to me, even though he passed. He has helped me through difficult times throughout my whole entire life. When I feel like giving up, I think of him and know that he would have never given up. He fought for our country and was not scared of death. He was one of the bravest, toughest people I knew. In remembrance of him, I was given the guitar he used to play, the bullets that were fired at his funeral, his battalion tag, his obituary, and his Purple Heart. I also have a playlist of his and my favorite songs that we would listen to together. He taught me how to play the guitar and told me to never give up, and I could be anything I ever wanted to be. He bought me an electric guitar. He always set goals for me and pushed me to achieve them. He was always setting goals and working to achieve them. He would pick me up from daycare when I was little and tell me stories about him growing up and about stories of him in the Vietnam War. For example, he told me about when there was a ox with 8 feet because 2 Vietnam soldiers were hiding behind them. He became partially paralyzed from the waist down from Agent Orange when he was in the Vietnam War, and it affected him badly when I was a child, but that never stopped him from being there for his family and community. He was basically paralyzed in the wheelchair, but he would always showed up to every baseball, soccer, and football game I ever played. He took me to see all the Marvel movies, and told me I could be anything I wanted to be. He was a very dedicated man. If he said he would do it, he did it. If he wanted it, he would work hard to get it. He always wanted a Mustang, and that is all he drove around before he died. My grandfather was a huge believer in Bigfoot also. Growing up, he would always show me videos of Bigfoot to try to make me believe that he was real. He attended Bigfoot conventions, and he was my best friend. He was a very faithful man all the way until the end. He never questioned God or why the things that happened to him had to happen to him. He knew God had a plan for him, and he followed it all of his life. He made sure he gave to others just as things were given to him. He believed in treating God just as God treated people. Always be fair and kind, loving one another and forgiving everybody with all of your heart, even if you were a stranger. He was one of the best men I ever known, and that's why I'm dedicating my speech to him. He was a soldier, a helper, a lover, and a friend to everyone. To know him was to love him. He served his country until the day he died. I am truly blessed to have a grandfather and a best friend like him, and grateful for all the times we got to spend together and the memories we made along the way. I hope everyone has a person this important and impactful in their life, and I can't wait to hear about your important person. Thank you.